Today we are going to diving into a critical topic, occupational safety and health, OSH legal requirements and their impact on business management. Specifically, we will focus on the two key legal acts that govern workplace, which is safety in Malaysia, namely the Factory and Machinery Act of 1967, FMA 1967, and the Occupational Safety and Health Act of 1994, OSHA 1994. So we'll look at how these laws shape business management practices and what their key features are. So let's kick off with the role of OSH legal requirements in business management. So Viner, would you like to start?
Sure, yep. So the role of OSH legal requirement in business management is incredibly important, both from a compliance perspective and for the long-term success of a business. The most obvious role, of course, is that these laws are designed to ensure worker safety and health, which should be top priority in any organization. But what many businesses might overlook is that the effective OSH management can actually have a direct positive impact on a company bottom line. For instances, by minimizing workplace accident, businesses avoid the cost of worker compensation claim, insurance premium, and potential legal fee. Take a manufacturing company, for example. If machinery isn't properly maintained and an accident occur, the company could face significant repair costs, production downtime, and loss of businesses. Moreover, a company reputation could suffer and they could even lose contact, especially in industry where safety standards are highly priority.
Exactly, Varina. Beyond just avoiding accidents, implementing effective OSH legal requirement can lead to improved productivity and morale among employees. When workers know that their safety is prioritized, they feel more secure and are likely to be more focused and motivated at work. Take, for example, the construction industry, where safety regulations are particularly strictened. When companies invest in proper safety measures, such as providing personal protective equipment, PPE, ensuring scaffolding is secure, and offering training in emergency procedure, it creates a safer environment. As a result, workers are less distracted by potential hazard and can focus more on their tasks, which improve efficiency. Let's consider a real-life example. In 2020, a construction company in Johor faced a tragic accident where a scaffolding collapsed, resulted in multiple workers' fatalities. Investigation revealed that the scaffolding was improperly erected and the workers had not been adequately trained in its use. The company faced severe penalties, and the incident highlighted the critical importance of proper safety protocol and training. This case underscore how neglecting OSH requirement can lead to devastating consequences, both human and financial. Another example comes from the oil and gas industry. Companies like Petronas have strictened OSH protocol, not only to comply with national law but also to maintain their reputation globally. They conduct regular safety drill, have proper hazard identification and risk assessment in place, and ensure workers are properly trained. This measure help them avoid costly accidents like oil spill, which can result in massive financial and environmental consequences. For instance, the 2010 Deepwater Horizon spill in the Gulf of Mexico, though outside Malaysia, it served as a stark reminder of catastrophic impact of inadequate safety measure. It cost BP billions in fine and cleanup costs, along with irreparable damage to its reputation.
I see. Those are great examples, Irfan. And it's important to emphasize that implementing these safety practices also makes a business more attractive to potential clients and partners. So many companies now require proof of safety standards and certifications before entering into contracts or partnerships. For instance, a company bidding for a government construction project would likely need to demonstrate compliance with OSHA 1994 or FMA 1967 before even being considered. On the flip side, business that fail to meet the OSH requirements might face legal consequences. Penalties for non-compliance can range from fines to imprisonment. So, for example, if an accident occurs in the workplace and it's determined that the employee did not follow proper safety protocols, such as failing to carry out a risk assessment or provide necessary training, then they could be held liable. So let's take a case from manufacturing sector in Selangor, where a worker lost their hand in an unguarded machine accident. So the company was found guilty of neglecting basic safety measures and was fined heavily. In addition to compensating the worker, this case serves as a cautionary tale for business to prioritize safety.
That's right. And while the cost of implementing safety measure might seem very high upfront, the long-term savings are significant. Businesses can else receive government incentive for implementing safety and health program. For instances, in some industries, as you can see, there are grant available for businesses that wish to enhance their OSS practice. So the initial investment in safety training equipment and hazard identification system can pay off in the long run.
That's an excellent point, Rainer. And let's not forget that OSH legal compliance can enhance employee retention. When employees feel their health and safety are a priority, they are more likely to stay with the company long term. Reducing turnover means businesses save on recruitment and training costs. And it is also leads to a more experienced skilled workforce. A safe work environment fosters loyalty and reduces the likelihood of workers seeking employment elsewhere.
Yes, I completely agree. So now that we've explored how OSH legal requirements affect business management, let's dive into the specifics of the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994 or OSHA 1994. Irfan, could you walk us through some of the key features of this act?
Absolutely, yep. OSHA 1994 is the cornerstone of workplace safety in Malaysia. It establishes the legal framework for ensuring that employers provide a safe working environment for their employees. The Act itself contains several key features. First, it places the responsibility for worker safety squarely on the shoulder of employers. Section 15 of the Act outlines the duties of employers to ensure, as far as it is practicable, the safety, health, and welfare of all employees. This includes providing a safety system of work, maintaining a safe workplace, and ensuring that employees are adequately trained in the tasks they are performing. For example, in the in the manufacturing industry, employers must ensure that machinery is regularly inspected and maintained to prevent accident. If there are any equipment malfunction, the employer is responsible for ensuring the machine is repaired or replaced before allowing workers to operate it again. A noticeable example is the 2019 incident in a factory in Penang, where poorly maintained machine led to a fire that caused injuries to several workers. Proper maintenance and adherence to OSHA requirement could have prevented this.
And one of the key point of OSHA 1994 is that the establishment of a safety and health committee in every organization will with more than 50 employees. This committee play an essential role in promoting safety awareness and addressing any concern of employee that may have about workplace hazard. For example, if worker in a warehouse notice that certain staff are unstable, they can report this issue to the community, which will then work with management to implement corrective action. Moreover, OSHA required the appointment of a safety health officer SSO in large organization, where the SSO is responsible for any overseeing of all safety protocol and ensuring that the company comply with all the OSH regulation. In smaller company, an external consultant or safety service provider can be appointed to carry out this role.
Exactly, Vaina. Another important provision is the requirement for employers to conduct a risk assessment. This is a proactive measure that helps to identify potential hazard before they cause any harm. For instance, in an electrical engineering firm, a risk assessment might highlight the potential danger of exposed wiring or, or improperly maintained electrical equipment. The employer would then need to rectify this risk by implementing safety measures such as ensuring proper installation or training workers in electrical safety.
That's a great point, Irfan. So also OSHA 1994 provides workers with the right to refuse unsafe work. This is a crucial protection for employees as it ensures they are not forced to perform tasks that could put their lives at risk. So for example, if an employee in a chemical plant feels that the required PPE is insufficient or that the environment is unsafe, they have the legal right to stop working or and also report the issue. A case in point is a chemical spill incident in Klang Valley, a factory where workers refused to continue operations until the management addressed the inadequate containment measures. So their actions supported by OSHA prevented further exposure and injuries. Furthermore, OSHA 1994 also addresses the need for workplace safety inspections and audits. These inspections ensure that companies are adhering to the safety standards outlined in the Act. So the Ministry of Human Resources regularly conducts these inspections, and failure to comply with the regulations can result in fines or even prosecution.
Yeah, and one of the most impactful aspect of OSHA 1994 is that the penalty for non-compliance, if an employer is found to be violation of safety regulation, they can be faced for substantial fine or even imprisoned, depending on the severity of the breach. For example, a company that failed to provide proper training for handling hazardous material, they could be faced a fine and be required to cover the medical costs for any employees that are affected by the exposure of this material. This once was happened in a logistic company in Perak where untrained workers were exposed to toxic chemical, which leading them to severe health issue. And the company also faced with heavy penalties and was offered to order to overhaul its safety training program.
That's right, Vaina. The penalties are there to encourage businesses to take their OSH obligations seriously. But it is also important to note that OSHA 1994 is not just about enforcing penalties. It is about creating a culture of safety and awareness. The ultimate goal is to prevent accident from happening in the first place.
FMA 1967 and OSHA 1994 are essential in ensuring that businesses in Malaysia provide a safe working environment for their employees. These laws help businesses reduce risk, improve productivity, and ensure that they meet legal and ethical obligations. The importance of compliance with OSHA regulations cannot be overstated, is integral to both the safety of workers and the long-term success of the business.
Absolutely, yep. When businesses prioritize OSH compliance, they are not only protecting their workforce, but also at the same time their sustainability and reputation in the industry. A safety work environment is a cornerstone of any successful business.
Beyond just avoiding accidents, implementing effective OSH legal requirement can lead to improved productivity and morale among employees. When workers know that their safety is prioritized, they feel more secure and are likely to be more focused and motivated at work. Take for example the construction industry, where safety regulations are particularly strengthened. When companies invest in proper safety measures, such as providing a personal protective equipment (PPE), ensuring scaffolding is secure, and offering training in emergency procedures, it creates a safer environment. As a result, workers are less distracted by potential hazards and can focus more on their tasks, which improve efficiency.
So continuous learning and adapting to new safety technologies or methodologies are key to maintaining high standards. In fact, the industry is moving towards smarter systems like predictive maintenance and real-time hazard monitoring that can help anticipate potential safety issues before they even arise. So this would be an excellent opportunity for businesses to invest in cutting-edge solutions that complement their existing safety frameworks.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about the role of training and awareness in fostering a safety conscious culture within the workplace. Safety just isn't just the responsibility of management or engineer, it's also everyone's responsibility, such as worker, supervisor, and even contractor. We should be engaged and educated on safety practice, and they should feel empowered to speak up about the potential hazard.
Right. Safety can only be achieved when the holistic approach, one that involves everyone in the company from top to bottom. When employees are actively involved in safety programs and are encouraged to take initiative, it creates a safer environment and leads to better overall performance.
Yes, and as engineers, we are the forefront of shaping safe work environments, and our commitments to upholding these standards can make a significant difference. It's clear that both OSHA 1994 and FMA provide a solid foundation for achieving workplace safety in Malaysia, but it is up to us to continue pushing for progress and making a safety a priority.
As you can see, as we move forward in our career, let's continue to emphasize safety in all that we do. Whenever it's designing machinery, overseeing construction project, or even just advising on best practice, we have the power to create safer, more efficient, and more sustainable workplace.
Agreed, Rania. Let's be the engineer who not only design the future but ensure it is built on the foundation of safety and well-being for everyone involved.
I've been reading about some of these recent amendment to OSH, OSHA 1994, which particularly those related to psychosocial hazard. Can you elaborate on those? Yep.
Yes, so you're right. The amendments to OSHA 1994 are significant. They recognize the growing importance of mental well-being in the workplace. So, social hazards such as workplace stress, bullying, and harassment can have a profound impact on employee health and productivity. The amendments now require employers to assess and mitigate these risks. So this includes implementing measures to promote a positive work environment, providing support services for employees experiencing mental health challenges, and offering training programs on stress management and conflict resolution.
This is a crucial development, yeah. It highlighted the evolving nature of OSH regulation and the need for a holistic approach to workplace safety. It is no longer just about physical hazard. Mental well-being is now rightfully recognized as an integral part of a safe and healthy work environment. Yep.
Yep,
Ya, kita kat mana?
indeed.
Indeed. Oh yeah, indeed, Irfan. Let's delve deeper into FMA 1967. While primarily focused on factory safety, it has far-reaching implications for the broader manufacturing sector. Can you remind us on some of the key provisions of FMA 1967, Lionel?
Certainly. For example, FMA 1967, they focus on heavily on the safety of machinery and equipment, where it's mandated the use of safety guard on hazardous machinery, regular inspection and maintenance of equipment, and then the provision of the adequate lighting and ventilation in factory premises. It also outlined that the specific requirement for the operation of certain type of machinery, such as boiler and pressure vessel.
And let's not forget the importance of proper risk assessment under FMA 1967. It is not just about complying with regulations. It's about proactively identifying and mitigating potential hazard. For instance, in the context of machinery operation, a thorough risk assessment would involve identifying potential pinch point, entanglement hazard, and possibility of unexpected startups. This allows for the implementation of appropriate safeguard such as interlocking system and emergency stop button.
Yes, a well-constructed risk assessment is the cornerstone of any effective safety program. It's a systematic process that involves identifying hazards, where evaluating the risks associated with those hazards, and implementing control measures to minimize or eliminate those risks.
Yeah, and there's a recent case where a manufacturing company in Selangor was fined heavily for failing to conduct the proper machine guarding. An employee lost a finger due to an unguarded rotating part, where the incident served as a stark reminder of the severe consequence of neglecting FMA 1967 requirement.
Yes, this case underscores the importance of not just complying with the letter of the law, but also with the spirit of the law. It's about demonstrating a genuine commitment to worker safety and not just ticking boxes.
I believe there's a growing emphasis on the use of technology to enhance OSH compliance. Can you shed us some light on this? Yep.
Absolutely. So technology is playing an increasingly crucial role in improving workplace safety. We're seeing the rise of technologies like Internet of Things. These sensors can monitor real-time environmental conditions such as temperature, humidity, and gas levels, and alert authorities to any potential hazards. So wearable technologies, devices like smartwatches, safety vests can monitor workers' vitals, track their location, and even detect potential fails or other incidents. AI, artificial intelligence powered systems, can analyze safety data, identify trends, and also predict potential accidents.
This is fascinating. Yep. Where it seems like technology has been the potential to revolutionize what we have approached in the workplace. Safety, however, it's important thing to remember that technologies is just a tool where human being element as the community to the safety, the careful implement of these technologies and continuous improvement of our OSS practice that will truly make a difference.
Yes, technology should be seen as just an enabler, not a replacement for human judgment or responsibilities. It's crucial to ensure that the implementation of any new technology is carefully considered, taking into account factors like data privacy, cybersecurity, and also the potential for unintended consequences.
I believe that fostering a strong safety culture within the organization is equally important. This involves creating a shared understanding of the importance of safety, empowering employees to speak up about safety concern, and recognizing the rewarding safe work practice.
Yes, a strong safety culture is built on trust, open communication, and a shared commitment to safety. So it's about creating a workplace where everyone feels valued and respected, and where safety is not just a priority but a core value.
I also think that it is important to remember that the OSH compliance is not just a legal requirement, but also at the same time a moral imperative. As an engineer, we have this strong responsibility to ensure the safety and well-being of those who interact with the system and structure that we design and build.
Yes, our ethical responsibility extends beyond simply meeting legal requirements. It's about creating a safer, healthier, and more just world for all. Well, that brings us to the end of today's discussion. Thanks, Viner and Irfan, for your insights, and thank you to everyone listening for taking the time and learning about these essential safety laws. Remember, in engineering, safety is never an afterthought; it's always the first consideration.
Thank you, Yip. It's been a great conversation, and I also hope that it will encourage the other to look over a safety as not just as a regulator requirement, but also at the same time as a core value.
Okay, thanks everyone. Stay safe and always prioritize the well being of those around you. See you next time.